The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It's Mark Ingram. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Duvernay. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
A 2nd-round pick from Ohio State. Here's J.K. Dobbins. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Brissett sets to throw it. It's brought incomplete. It's John Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. first down. It's Taylor. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Here's Brissett. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor on the backfield. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are first out of the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
If you know, that's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know,
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, Ravens.
Now Jackson on first down. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
So the Colts now bringing the offense back onto the field as they'll go for 2. Here's Brissett. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This one into the hands of Burton. They'll pick up of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. He's got a first down, much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Brissett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Steps away to his left. Open man is Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
For the extra point.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, Brissett. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it looked like he was able to get it back. Yes, he was. So a big return, nearly derailed by a fumble, but they will indeed get it 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Pass to Brown as he holds it in. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's Taylor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the gun, here's Brissett. Looking for Campbell down. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Here is Campbell. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's taken in by Duvernay. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On third down, Jackson. They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. For the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tavon Young. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go to the ground again with Taylor. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That's out to the left and complete. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
A loss of 2 yards.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this down to the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he's into the clear. The 40. Past the 20. 10.
Prime time, baby.
We'll bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy